We have some huge news regarding the Avatar Kyoshi novel characters and the animated projects for 2025. It was reported by Avatar News that Kyoshi, Rangi, Yun, and other characters will have substantial roles in the first animated movie and/or series, both slated for 2025. Right now, we don't have confirmation on which project they will appear in, or if they will appear in both projects. Obviously, since the era of Kyoshi takes place hundreds of years before the timelines of Aang and Korra, these appearances are almost guaranteed to be flashbacks or visions of some kind. If for some reason you don't know, there are two books in the Chronicles of the Avatar series that feature Kyoshi. They are called The Rise of Kyoshi and The Shadow of Kyoshi, and were both written by F.C. Yee. I won't really be talking about the plot of these books, but I will say they are very positively rated in the community and are regarded as some of the best content in the Avatar extended universe, which I totally agree with. We get to explore the early life of Kyoshi and her early life as the Avatar, giving us a lot more information about her character. Being able to see characters like Rangi, Young, Jianzu, and potentially the Flying Opera Company in animation is going to be amazing. With that being said, let's discuss the possibilities of how these characters will play a role in one or more of the 2025 animated projects. Right now, we know that the adult Gaang movie will come out in October 2025. We know that Aang and Katara will be the lead characters, and it's set 12 years after the end of the original Avatar The Last Airbender series. One way that the Kyoshi characters could play a role in this movie is that the spirit of Kyoshi is trying to contact and connect with Aang about some type of emerging threat in the world. We already know from the events of the Kyoshi novels that past avatars have some type of power to connect with the present avatar. We know Kuruk attempted to contact Kyoshi several times throughout the first book, and their connection was strongest when Kyoshi was close to a body of water. So perhaps Kyoshi needs to connect with Aang. There could be a secret group of the Dai Li, or even the Kyoshi warriors, that the world doesn't know about and is planning something evil. Obviously, we know that the Kyoshi warriors are a peaceful group, but there could be some members that leave or defect and attempt to plot something evil. Another idea is that Kyoshi needs to warn Aang about her secrets of unlocking immortality. If you didn't know, Kyoshi lived to be 230 years old, making her the oldest confirmed avatar and human in history. So it's possible that some type of evil group found out these secrets and are attempting to take advantage of them and unlocked immortality themselves. While I think a lot of these ideas are interesting, I think it's unlikely that the Kyoshi characters will appear in the adult Gaang movie, mostly because the Gaang are going to be the main characters and the plot is going to revolve around them. Not saying that it's impossible that there will be some sort of Kyoshi related storyline in the movie, I just think that the movie would be going in multiple different directions if it attempted to feature so many characters at once. I think these characters are better left to be explored in more detail in the Earth Avatar series. After all, the announcement specifically mentioned these characters will play substantial roles in the project or projects. Also, it's possible that the introduction of these characters will confuse the audience of the movie who haven't read the Kyoshi novels. I just think it makes more sense and is a safer move to solely focus on the Gaang in their movie and feature Kyoshi in the Earth Avatar series. Moving on, let's talk about the possibilities of the Kyoshi characters playing a role in the Earth Avatar series. We know that the Avatar after Korra will not be able to connect with their past lives, so it would have to be some sort of vision or meditation if the Earth Avatar is to directly talk with Kyoshi. Of course, Avatar Studios could somehow introduce a method where the new Avatar can connect with their past lives, but it would feel kind of cheap and lessen the impact of Legend of Korra Book 2 when the original Rava was destroyed. Then again, a lot of fans, including myself, really hated that decision, so maybe people won't be too upset about that. Learning about the past avatars really was one of the most interesting things about the series, so I hope we're still able to do that in some way in the future animated projects. Similar to my previous ideas, Kyoshi could somehow connect with a new Earth avatar and warn them about an emerging threat in the world or people trying to unlock her secrets of immortality. there could be a monument dedicated to Kyoshi, and perhaps that provides enough spiritual energy for the new avatar to connect and talk with her. Or they could travel to Kyoshi's hometown of Yokoya and find some sort of relic or other spiritual object that allows the new avatar to connect with Kyoshi. It would just seem weird if we saw flashbacks or visions to Kyoshi and the other characters, and have those be disconnected with the current avatar's struggles or their main mission in the plot. There has to be some sort of connection between the two in order for it to make sense and have a fluid story. We may also see the traditional methods of identifying the Earth avatar. We saw this a bit in the Kyoshi novel, but I'm sure things have changed in the hundreds of years between the area of Kyoshi and the modern avatar after Korra. Will the world still think that the avatar is no longer needed in their modern day? Will it be similar to the experiences of Avatar Korra? We will have to wait and see. With all this being said, there's going to be some people worried that Kyoshi won't get a solo movie or series since she'll be featured in the 2025 projects. While nothing has been officially announced, I have no doubt that Kyoshi will get her own series or movie sometime in the future. In the past, there were some rumors that a solo Kyoshi movie was going to be the first Avatar Studios project. We know now that this just ended up being a rumor, but it shows that Kyoshi is an extremely popular character, and I think it's very likely that we'll see more of her in the future. Since we know about the early life of Kyoshi and her early life as the Avatar from the novels, it would be cool to see an older Kyoshi in her prime, like around the age that she took down Chin the Conqueror. We could even explore her older life around 150 to 200 years old and see what the world of Avatar looks like and how the Fire Nation started to emerge as a world superpower. We could be introduced to the Fire Lord before Sozin, which would be his father, and see how he led the rapid industrialization and period of prosperity around that time. This could be a really interesting time to explore, and it could shed light on the beginnings of the Fire Nation rulers thinking about expanding their nation and starting an empire. That way the story could also connect to the life of Avatar Roku, which we also saw a lot of in The Last Airbender. There are so many possibilities when it comes to a solo Kyoshi project, and I think it should be something that comes earlier rather than later. Maybe it could fill one of the 2027 animated projects. So that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I am beyond excited about this news. I love the Kyoshi novels, and I really do think they are some of the best content in the Avatar Extended Universe. If you haven't got a chance to read the books yet, I would highly recommend. There is so much potential when it comes to Avatar Kyoshi, and she definitely deserves to be featured more in the animated projects, including her own solo movie or series. Getting to see Kyoshi, Rangi, Young, and the other characters is going to make a lot of fans really happy. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks so much for watching!